Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. You are here at the home of the slightly above average ship review. Average player me, slightly above average ship review. You're watching it right now. All right, we're here in a really terrible premium ship, the Japanese Tier 3 premium cruiser Yubari. It has good guns. It doesn't really have a lot of good anything else. Maybe it has better than average hit points. We're here on New Dawn Domination Match. As I've said many times, I'm not really a cruiser player. Um, but if you have the Yubari or get the Yubari and you would like to see how to play it, sort of, then you can watch this video. Look, we're down tier in the Yubari. So I didn't pick a top tier cakewalk match to show you. I just picked a match that I'm going to have to jump cut through a lot of because otherwise most of the footage would be the Ubari sailing very slowly, attempting to get someplace. Gotta love teammates who torp right at the start of the match. Good job, guy. All right, so we are headed out in the Ubari. You can see the Ubari only has one consumable, one singular charge of the defensive AA fire, otherwise known as DFAA. Um, It originally had no consumables whatsoever. I believe this is the worst premium ship in the game. I would love to hear competing opinions. If you don't have the Ubari, there would never be a reason to get it unless you want all the premiums in the game, or you love Japanese ships, or you love cruisers, or you are a masochist. All right, so I think I'm going to turn here and go into Bravo because no one else appears to want to go into Bravo. So I will do it. By the way, do not waste your DFAA, your one charge. Do not waste that on one flight of aircraft. But also, if you have a choice between another skill and DFAA, I would choose the other skill every single time. This is the only ship that I own that I use DFAA on, simply because it has no other options. So I would never use it other than that. All right, we are going into Bravo. Or if there was ever a game mode where you knew there was going to be an aircraft carrier, maybe that's the only other acceptable time to use DFAA. That's the one exception. All right, look at all these other ships. I want to say I think I'm going to stupidly shoot at the Nevada in a minute. So you get a look at the ballistics of these guns over range. So over 12.5 kilometers away. Nice big rainbow going out there. But as long as you lead them the right way, you can still get hits, you know? So yeah, the Yubari has two twin turrets. It has short range, limited angle torpedo launchers. It is not fast. It is not concealable. It is not a good ship. Now, if you're somebody who can get a Kraken in the Yubari, um, more power to you, man. I just I just don't know how, unless the enemies sail broadside to you and let you crush them with your guns. I just don't know how that would be possible or plausible. um, we are going to do a review of the ship in the port. I will just upfront say I don't think I set this up totally correctly for this game. Not that it would have affected the damage that we did or anything like that. Here, don't know what happened there, but all of a sudden, maybe I sneezed or something. I don't know what happened with my aim there. So we're here in the middle of the map, and there's no one anywhere near us. We do get a couple of cap defended flags on a very lucky shot there. That ship is a Bayern. It is way too far away. So I'm just kind of going through Bravo, trying to wonder what I'm doing with my life. And then I realized that, hey, I think the aircraft carrier is near here. So we're going to jump cut here in a minute because I sailed the wrong direction looking for the aircraft carrier and somehow stumbled upon it later. So, upcoming jump cut number one as we sail around in the Yubari. 35.4 knots max speed. Uh, Maybe for this tier, that's good. All right, there's the jump cut. We are spotted. I'm thinking he's over here to my starboard bow when au contraire, mon frere. In fact, he is off my port side. There we go. There is the Langley. I was being outspotted by a Langley. What more do you need to know? All right, so we're getting our guns on the Langley. We do set them on fire, which immediately damage counts. Look at that horrifically bad torpedo launch angle that I have. So at this moment, I'm just trying to get closer. Um, we do finally get our other guns around. Yeah, I have no idea how I got two citadels there. Those are the only two citadels I'm going to get on the Langley. So we launched some torpedoes anticipating he's going to move forward. Thankfully for us, he does. I probably should have turned to starboard and tried to get some flat broadside on the Langley, but I'm not smart enough to do that. So we're just going to keep shooting at the front of the ship when I should be shooting at the rear of the ship, and we will never get another citadel on this thing. So the guns are okay reload, 6.1 seconds. I mean, I would say 5 seconds is fast. We do get a torpedo strike, and I do activate that DFAA. Now, if you wanted to know about the effectiveness of the DFAA, just watch the purple ribbons pile up as we finish off the Langley. We're actually going to burn them down. But we are piling up the purple ribbons from that squadron that is overhead. He is trying to bomb me and missing, and we're just going to keep shooting down the airplanes. Again, though, I don't really think it is worth it in the big scheme of things based on the current meta. So we end up with 10 airplanes shot down, nine of which were during the DFAA consumable. And so, I mean, I'm glad this thing had it, but again, I would never use it because your other option is going to be a sonar or an airplane. And to me, those are more useful than this DFAA would be. Plus, as we all know, we don't see aircraft carriers in every match. They're going to introduce more of them during this update. So maybe it's something you switch to if you're doing an AA mean build for giggles or for a video or something. But I just don't think it is worth it if you have any other options. All right, Nevada, we're shooting at him from about 10 kilometers away. You can see these shells, although they do have a high arc, are generally pretty accurate. And we are moving in here, continuing to shoot, trying to set them on fire. And we do. And we're not doing terrible damage with this, so I'm pretty happy about that. As you can see, the enemy Clemson takes out our aircraft carrier. It is 3-3 right now, but we have the advantage because we have Alpha and Bravo. They only have Charlie. These torpedoes coming in from this cruiser are going to finish off the Nevada, and that is that. All right, another jump cut coming up here any second now, because otherwise you'd be forced to watch me sail in a straight line. All right, so we jump cut it ahead. We are going into Charlie. We are spotted. Uh, hey, I'm spotted, everybody. If I only knew where the enemy ship was. No direction finding with this commander, so we don't know. We're just continuing on. We get an assisted base cap here. And I want to say it's going to pop up any second now as we continue on through the cap. I'm presuming it is the destroyer. He is visible. Of course, I'm looking in the absolutely wrong direction. All right, there he is. So here you'll see the ability of the Yubari to punish same tier destroyers with HE. One hit, almost all his health right there. Quick reload, second hit, adios means goodbye. All right, kill number two and a dev strike. You're going to take a couple of torpedoes here, but because you start off the game with over 18,000 hit points, we are able to weather those no problem. All right, so I want to say I'm going to do another jump cut here to the end because the Freon is 18 kilometers away or more, and we're never going to get to him, and there's nothing left to cap. So this match is almost over, especially when you look at the points. So here we are, getting some milestones. This is from after buying out the campaign. All right, we ended up with a devastating strike medal, 52,915 total damage, one torpedo strike, 10 airplane shot down, two kills, two citadels, two cap defendeds, one solo cap, and one A cap. Ended up with over 188,000 silver, 4,043 ship XP, and commander XP. There we are at the top of the board, down tier in the Yubari, 2073 with those two big kills. I remain steadfast in my belief it is the worst premium cruiser in the game, in my opinion. And probably the worst tier 3 premium as well. All right, here we are on the port. Upgrades, aiming system mod 0. Looks like you really need that 40% dispersion. Uh, I did main battery mod 2. In retrospect, I would use aiming system mod 1. Uh, but this is how we had the ship configured for this game. All right, defensive AA fire, just one consumable. It's better than not having anything. Got that Type 9 permanent camo. And the 1 year strong flag, which is not the correct flag either, which shows you how often I play the ship. Japanese premiums. No, that's the wrong flag. Get this flag, the Marine Day 21 flag. Yay. All right, let's take a look at the stats. 18,700 hit points. I think for the tier, that's pretty good. Got those two twin 140s. Fire out to 13.4 kilometers. 6.1 second reload. 17.4 second turn time. The HE shells do 2,400 damage with a 15% fire chance. The AP shells do 2,700 damage. I mean, you tell me. I think it's all about the HE and these guns. You do have one secondary gun, a piddling 2.4 kilometer firing range, 6 second reload. Those HE shells do 2,000 damage. Got those two twin launchers with the extremely narrow window of launch, 49-second reload, 14,600 damage, and they have a range of 6 kilometers. AA, pretty uninspiring. Maneuverability, 35.5 knots, 3.8 second rudder shift time, and concealment, 9.2 on the surface, 5.8 from the air, 4.1 when firing in smoke. Here's the armor viewer. Your Citadel is particularly prone to damage from the air or plunging fire. The rest of this armor is what it is. Here is the commander, is Soroku Yamamoto. There's the skills we chose for this build. All in all, I would say if you can get the Yubari for free, it might be worth it. If you love cruisers, it might be worth it. Otherwise, this is an entirely forgettable premium and is easily inferior to the Iwaki. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.